Well, hello guys. Happy Sunday. What's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Okay, I'm a little late. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about recruiting. Recruiting is so important. It is so important. It's like the most important thing that you can do in your business, especially if you're trying to grow. If you're trying to grow and if you're trying to increase your income, recruiting is what you need to do. So I've been with Scentsy this month, guys, for 11 years, and I'm going to go over some things with you guys. I'm going to read out some numbers for you guys to let you see a little bit about my recruiting record, so you can know that this is truly my passion. This is something I really love the most. I always have felt like the most valuable thing that Scentsy has to offer is the opportunity. Of course, our products are awesome, but the most valuable thing is the opportunity because it helps change lives. So in 2010 was my first full year, because I signed up in December 2009. So my first full year was 2010. And I recruited 21 people in that year. And I was a brand new consultant, guys, and I did it in the first year. 2011, I recruited 28 people. 2012, 19 people. 2013, 19 people. 2014, 21 people. 2015, 39 people. 2016, 59 people. 2017, 76 people. 2018, 88 people. 2019, 70 people. And this year, 88 people so far. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how that happened. What did I do to get those numbers? I mean, even early on, it was happening. Okay. Now, when I started with Scentsy, I wasn't on Facebook. I was on Facebook, but not working my business on Facebook. I was out there meeting people face to face, talking to people, building relationships and that sort of thing. It's how it all got started. But I want to talk to you guys more about what we're going through right now. I want to talk to you guys more about how to work your business virtually and how to get people to join your team, since we're doing things like we are now. So the first thing is that you all have a Facebook page, I know, and you should have a group. You should have a business page. You should totally be on all platforms. I'm on every platform, even though I don't work them all. What you do, you find what works for you the best, So in my case, I work Facebook more than I do anything. I'm on Instagram. I'm on all platforms, because if somebody needs to tag me somewhere, I'm there. And in addition to that, I'm in so many different groups. People have added me to groups. I requested to be in groups. I'm all over the place on the social media platform, everywhere. Now, I've had many people ask me, well, what do you post? Do you just post in your group? No, I post everywhere. And most of my followers are on my page, on my personal page. I have almost 5,000 friends. So my followers are on my personal page. So that's where I am the most. I have 2 VIP groups, and I try my best to market in those places or share over there. And I have a business page. I don't know how many followers I have over there. And I'm also on YouTube. So I'm all over the place. And I started my YouTube channel like maybe a few years after joining Scentsy, but I didn't really start working the YouTube until like around 2016, when they started allowing us to go live on Facebook. Is really when I really went hard on YouTube. Okay, so now you know where I am. This is what I started doing. It was recently that Facebook came up with stories. I don't know if Instagram started first, but stories started appearing. So I started posting things in the stories. And what I like most about the stories are temporary, but what I like most about it is that it will allow you to see who's following you. It tells you who's following you. When you look at it, you can tell who's following you. That's why I like it the most. And I love just putting stuff there every day. I keep things in the stories all the time. I put it in Instagram so it can just go on over to Facebook. So it's there, scrolling across there. And I put various things. I put videos up there. I put pictures up there, kind of mix it up. And it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't have to be all Scentsy related stuff, just stuff that I put up there in those stories. Okay, so something else, guys, and I may be out of order because I've got a long list of things that I want to talk to you guys about how I make this work. Okay, so I did touch on you get a chance to watch who's watching you. There's nothing better than watch who's watching you. And you can tell that by when people like your posts, and you can tell that by your stories. So watch the people who's watching you. Okay. That's why you always want to stay positive on your platforms. You want to stay positive because you want people to follow you. You want them to gain from whatever it is that you're sharing. Okay. Because you want to build those relationships. And something else I always do, I always thank people whenever somebody like my post or they comment, I always thank them. I'll private message them and say, thank you for liking my post. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be that I don't care what it is. Just, I'm going to thank them for liking my post, whatever. So some of the things that I do, guys, when I wake up every morning, I've been doing this. Now this I have been doing for 11 years. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to always say good morning. I'm going to always have a good morning post. If I miss posting good morning, people start private messaging me to see if something's wrong because they're so used to me saying good morning. I'm going to say that every morning. I do. Okay. Then something else I do, I'm going to share something inspirational. I'm going to share inspirational posts. I'm going to also share funny posts. Okay. Sometimes I post what I'm eating that day or what I'm preparing, just whatever. Because what I want to do, I want to get to know people. I want people to get to know me. Okay. Something else I would recommend that you guys do, because this is something that I do. Albums are very important. So on Facebook, if you go to your personal page, it will give you a chance to create albums. So you look at my page, you'll see it. I have albums for everything. I have albums for Scentsy. I have albums for my team. I have albums for my family, my kids. I have a separate album for my grandkids, a separate one for the kids. I have an album for the places that I've traveled all over the world with Scentsy. I have an album for each destination. I have an album for Scentsy Family Reunion. I have an album for my daughter's graduation. It's all broken up like that. And the reason why I have it that way, because I can have a place to go to. Whenever I'm looking for something particular, I can go there. For example, I have an album for Scentsy Buddies. I have an album for the Warm of the Month. I got to keep that up because I kind of been slacking on that one. I have an album for diffusers. So whenever somebody's looking for that, I can just go grab that from my album already. If it's an old one, I can just go grab it from my album. Okay, so let's see here. I'm trying to go. Okay, favorite food. I'll talk about my favorite food. Everybody know I love watermelon. Everybody know that about me. Whenever somebody see watermelon somewhere, they're going to tag me. Like, take a look at this watermelon. They know I'm the watermelon person. So they're going to be tagging me as a watermelon. I've actually gotten people to join my team because they know I love watermelon, because they like watermelon, okay? Let me put that down. Okay. I got to make a little note here. And something else you want to do, you want to find something that you have in common with somebody else. So if you see that somebody's posting something that you like, that's an automatic connection right there. When you find that that person has something in common with you, it could be hair color. Somebody on Facebook, I'll give an example. When I go to the post office, there's a young lady there. Her hair is the same color as my hair. So whenever I go there, I always take note and I always make it a point to tell her how much I love her hair. And we always compare notes about our hair color and the styles that we're going to do and this sort of thing. And, so find something that you have in common with somebody. It could be wearing glasses. It can be wearing loop earrings. It can be wearing the same kind of shoes or the same color. Doesn't matter. Find something that you can find that's in common with somebody else. That always works. Okay, let's see. Okay, I talked about the family. Okay, pets. Yeah, we have 2 pets. But before I had dogs, Well, I've always had dolls since I've been a Scentsy consultant. So anyway, I just started making the album. So I have an album for both dogs out there. So people love their pets. So this is something that really go over well with people. So I go out there and I do videos sometimes with the dolls so they can see the dolls. So the people love the dolls. They do. They love the dolls just like they do the kids. Share the kids. I have a granddaughter. She lives all the way in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So from time to time, I get to FaceTime her. My son will send me videos or he'll send me pictures. And then of course, she's going to be holding her Scentsy stuff. And I get a chance to share that on my page. I got an album for that. So it makes it easy for people to go over there and find that. Okay, sometimes I do news update. Like if something going on in the world, I'll post it on my page so people can be updated on what's going on in the world. I used to update the weather. They used to call me the weather girl. I used to post the weather every day so people can be prepared for their day. So I'm providing them with value. When they come to my page is like that go-to place where all the information is on my page. It's helping with the algorithm because when people start liking it a lot, it keep whatever post that you got out there, keep it out there. So that's the purpose of doing the things that I've been doing. Okay. Life situations, like when life situations occur, I'm going to post that out there on Facebook. It doesn't matter what it is. Like right now, my daughter's doing something with her room. I'm going to go out there and do some before and after pictures, stuff like that. So people can see what's going on in your life, bring them into your world. Okay. Then I start, when I go live, I love to go live, guys. Now, it took me 6 years to go live. I didn't want to go live before, but nobody told me how important it was. If somebody had told me how important it was to go live, I would have gone live long time ago. Well, we couldn't go live long time ago, but I would have done videos long time ago. We've only been able to go live since 2016. So as soon as that came around, I started going live, doing the videos, and things really started to change for my business because I started to develop the confidence to go out there and share things on Facebook. Now, when I first started going live, I used to wear sunglasses because I was too afraid that I was going to mess up. I was too afraid that I was not going to say the right thing. So I used to wear sunglasses when I first started going live. And then something else I did, I used to flip the camera around so people wouldn't see my face, but yet I could see what I was talking about. And then sometimes I would go live and didn't say a word. I would just share the products. And there's so many different ways to go live. That's it. But here's the thing, guys. I'm thinking about 6 years. I could have been so far along in my business if I had done those videos. If somebody had encouraged me to just go do them, no telling where I would be right now. I wish somebody had just said, DPP, go live. DPP, do some videos. DPP is going to make a difference in your life, okay? I wish somebody had pushed me out there and said, do it, okay? That didn't happen, but, eventually it did, okay? So do it scared, okay? Then you ask people to share it. Ask people to share your video. Ask people to share your post. Now, I had the Spoiler Senior campaign. I ran that for 45 days. I went live like once a day on that. And I made a post twice a day on that. So we were able to, I say we, because the team got involved. My customers got involved. Facebook friends that's never bought anything supported that cause. So we did that in 45 days. We raised over $3,000 some in over 45 days. In 45 days, within 45, we did it. We totally did that. But we were committed. So you got to be committed. That's the other thing. You got to be committed and you got to be consistent. Because that was putting that effort in there, doing it on a regular basis, just putting the time in and making a plan to make sure that it works. Okay. So let's see what else I'm going to say. Go live. I did. Okay. Virtual parties. I just learned how to do virtual parties, guys, this year after everything that we're going through right now. I went to YouTube. YouTube is my go-to. It is my go-to. So anything you want to know about anything, make YouTube be your go-to for your training. So that's what I did. I went to YouTube to figure out how to do virtual parties, virtual bingo parties, just virtual parties in general, to see how to get people over there, to see how to get them engaged and all the things. I went to YouTube, okay? I would encourage you guys to do a lot of virtual parties, okay? Now, let's see what else I got here. Stories. Tell your story. Everybody here has a story. Everybody. Whether it's the story that you tell as to why you joined Scentsy, that is your story. And your story is going to constantly change. It's going to change. My story keeps changing. Your story is going to keep changing. And you keep adding to it. Adding to your story along the way. Just keep building and building and building. Share your story, guys. I did this the other day with my daughter. I shared the story because she was 9 years old when I joined Scentsy. So I shared the story about how she started with me early on. And it brought the attention of two ladies that ended up coming to my house. And they both joined because they were inspired by that story that I shared about my daughter. So guys, stories are powerful. And not just my story. Share somebody else's story. I mean, not just your story. Share somebody else's story. Stories are powerful, guys. I know when I was working events, I used to share team member stories all the time, and I still do it. I still share stories. Share other people's stories. Whenever somebody you see in our family promote to a whatever, shout them out on your page. It doesn't matter, guys. They don't have to be in your downline. Shout them out on your page. It will allow people to see that, oh, they work together. They are a family. They do things together. So shout people out, guys. Shout them out in the group and shout them out on your page so people can see that you can totally work together is everything when they see that. Okay. So, okay, let's see where else I want. Talk about the blessings that you receive from your business. Always talk about how Scentsy has blessed your life in whatever way it has blessed your life. Make sure that you do that. Share that. Do demonstrations, guys. So many people out here so many people don't know what Scentsy is, guys. You got to show them. You got to, people think that when you say Scents, they're thinking that we're just some other guys. We're different guys. You got to let them know that. How in the world will they know what Scentsy is if you're not telling them? If you don't show them what Scentsy is? You got to do demonstrations and let them know what it is. You need to do selfies. Take some selfies, guys. Hold up your product in your hand. Get a product and take a selfie with that. Okay? Hold it up. Smile. And, you can talk about what this is. Now, when I go out there on Facebook and social media, I do demonstrations so people can see how awesome the product is. And what happens when you do things like that, people start inquiring. They'll say, oh, I saw that post that you made on Facebook. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? But if you're not doing that, they won't know. And if you guys don't have products to show, you have your kit. All of you have a kit. Every one of you have a kit. Share the contents of your kit on Facebook. Go live with your kit. Show products that you have. Take a bar and hold your bar up in your hand. Take a selfie with your bar. Be yourself. Be yourself on Facebook, guys. Don't worry about being perfect. You don't have to be perfect. I make so many mistakes, guys. When I go live, I make a lot of mistakes. And for some reason, my nose always want to itch when I go live. I just scratch it. Okay, be yourself. Be yourself, guys. Because here's the thing. If you're out there trying to be perfect, they're going to change the channel anyway because it's boring. You go out there and you be boring if you're trying to be perfect. You don't have to know everything. That's just something else. You don't have to know everything, guys. I don't know everything. The newer consultants know more than I do. I learn from newer consultants. There's no way that I'm going to try to commit to memory 80 fragrances. I'm not going to try to do that. There's no way I'm going to try to commit to my memory all the warmers and all the stuff that Scentsy has. But what I do know is where to find it. Just all you got to do is know where to find stuff. Don't worry about the pricing and all that. You have a place to find that. That's all you got to do, guys. Stop consuming yourself with trying to know everything. Just go out there and have fun. That's what you got to do. You got to relax and have fun and stop trying to be the perfect person to share Scentsy. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be perfect. And what's going to happen when somebody else see you, they're going to want to join your team because they're saying, oh, she doesn't have to know everything. I can do that too. I can do the same thing. He doesn't have to know everything. Well, I could do that too because we got guys. And we got guys too. So go out there and get the guys to join your team as well. We got guys, we got girls. I mean, goodness, guys, this is incredible. Okay. So, shout yourself out. Shout yourself out, guys. When you see that somebody else is not shouting you out, shout your own self out. I don't have anybody to shout me out. I don't. I shout my own self out. So if nobody shouted you out, shout your own self out, guys. Do that. Shout yourself out. You can shout other team members out too, but shout yourself out. Okay, it's okay to do that. But let me see what else I want to say. We said the albums, the posts. Let's see what else. Now, okay, I'm trying to make sure I cover everything. But the biggest thing, guys, is that you want to be somebody that they want to connect with. And most times, in most situations, people who join my team are people that I did not ask. That I didn't ask them to join. They asked me because they see how much fun I'm having over here. You don't want to be that salesy person. You don't want to come across as that salesy person. You want to come across as that person who cares. That person who's going to make a difference in that person's life. This is how you recruit, guys. Everything I just mentioned to you is how you recruit. And I hear a lot of times people say, well, I can't do it. All you got to do, guys, is pay attention to the things that I just mentioned. If you start doing these things, people are going to come to you. They're going to ask you, how can I do that? How can I do that? Let me share some things with you guys, some new things that I'm starting to do. You know, like this summer, we had the $0 join campaign going on. We still have that going on. But after a while, after people see that for so long, they get like, okay, we've seen that enough now. We don't want to see that anymore. So I did something different today. I decided to do something different. So today what I did, I went to Facebook and I said, where are my friends and family members who work? Where are my friends and family members who work? Then I said, where are my friends and family who are parents and stay at home with their kids? Then I said, where are my pet owners? I did 3 of those today. So what happened, guys, those 3 posts gave me a chance to get answers. So you want to make posts that require people to answer you. So these posts, I'm getting response from these posts. So out of these posts that I've gotten, I've sent 5 messages. I've picked 5 people to send a private message to. First, I thanked them for responding. And secondly, I told them about what I got going on, because I got a kid that I need to gift this business to. I got a kid. So I'm trying to figure out who could best receive this. Who could this help? So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to build my list of people who are interested in joining. And I'm doing it in a way where I can kind of take a look and see who's out there. So some of these people who are responding on my page, guys, are people that I've never had any conversation with ever before. But they're responding on my Facebook page when I say something like, where are my pet owners? Where are you guys? And they're sharing the pictures of their dogs and their cats and everything, their chickens and all of that. It's pretty incredible. So some of the things I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start asking things like this. Where are my party friends? And leave it out there. Where are my hobby friends? I know some of you guys have hobbies. Where are you? I'm looking for my friends who are in school. How many students do I have out here? How many sports fans do we have out here? How many people out here support causes? And you can give examples of the causes. How many of you guys out here are part of the Breast Cancer Foundation or raise money for breast cancer awareness? How many of you guys are out here? Or how many of you guys out here looking for extra income? You just kind of sprinkle different things out there from time to time. How many of my friends out here love to decorate? How many of my friends love to travel? How many Disney fans do I have? So these are the type of things, guys, that you do to get responses. Okay? You get people to respond to you. You're interacting with them. You're getting to know them. And then what you want to do is thank them for liking the post. You don't say anything else. Just thank them for liking the post. Now, every day, you're going to get a notice of people with birthdays. Don't forget to shout them out for the birthday. People love to hear you say happy birthday to them. So, guys, if you're doing these things, the list of things that I just mentioned, all of these things right here that I just mentioned, this is how I recruit, guys. It didn't even seem hard at all. But this is how I recruit. I reach out to people. When I post these things on a regular basis and I'm looking, be an observer. Be an observer to see who's watching you. Now, sometimes people will not like your posts. Sometimes they will not comment on your posts. But it does not mean that they're not watching you. That's why you want to always stay positive on your page because they're watching you. And one thing we do know, if you put something out there that's offensive in any way, they're going to remember that. And they may not ever want to call you again. They may not ever send you a message. So always know to bring value to your page. People need to know that you are a Scentsy consultant. They need to know that you use your own products. They need to know that you support what you do. If they don't see that, they're not going to want to join your business. They're going to connect with people who they feel that they can rely on. Can they rely on you? Can they trust you? People will buy from you when they trust you. I don't know how many times I've gotten credit card numbers from people that I did not know. They trust me. Obviously, it's something about what I share on Facebook to make them feel that they can trust me. So when you look at your own Facebook page, can you say that you bringing that value to them, that they know that they can trust you? Are you bringing that to them? So if you're not doing that yet, if you don't know how, now you got the tools. Now you got everything you need from this video to go out there and change the way that you share. And some of you may not have known how to share. It took me a while to learn this, guys. I didn't know this right away. I didn't. I mean, even with my showcasing here, I didn't have this thing here before March. I just invested in this recently so I can do live parties with my products back here. I can demonstrate and talk about it. I didn't have that early on because I'm an event girl. I worked events for almost 11 years. I had to teach myself how to do things differently after we were closed in. And I was afraid. I'm not going to even tell you a story. I was totally afraid back in March. I didn't know what was going to happen because you talk about somebody doing something the same way over and over and over. And then all of a sudden something happens and you got to change. Like, how in the world do you do that without freaking out? And I was freaking out there for a minute, but I decided to stop and take the time to train myself, to teach myself how to do things differently. And it paid off. It paid off, guys. I never thought that I could recruit even more people virtually than the number of people that I recruited when I was out. Because a lot of the people that I have connected with are people who find me. They found me on Facebook. They found me on YouTube. They're finding me because of how I share. And other people are sharing what I share. And it makes a big difference when people know that you care. That's the biggest of it. They have to know that you care about them and their situation. That is not about you, it's about them and how you can help them. How you can bring value to them. How you're going to help solve their problem. People are hurting right now, guys. There's so many people without work. So many people have lost hours. The entertainment world has really been hit hard. A lot of restaurants have been hit hard. A lot of people out there really need us. And if we're not out there sharing with people what we love, somebody else is going to do it and they're going to go somewhere else. If we're not doing it, they're going to find somebody else that's doing it. So why not let it be you? How come it can't be you? It can totally be you. And so many things that you can benefit from this, guys. Bring your family into your business. Bring your family. Don't hide your kids when you do a video. Bring your kids into the video. Don't hide the dogs and the cats when you do your video. Bring them into the video. Bring them into the video. That's what I say always. Bring them in. Let them see that you're a real situation right there, okay? And I was thinking now back in July when Scentsy put together this incentive trip for Disney. Now, when it comes to incentive trips, guys, this is something I always love. I love the trips. I love the perks, guys. So recruiting is what you need to do to get these trips. You have to recruit. Not just recruit, but you got to help them You got to help sponsor them. You got to be there for them. You got to be the leader for them once you get them on board. And again, you don't have to know everything. Scentsy has provided a lot of training. There's a lot of training on Workstation that's right there, especially the first things first checklist is like so incredible. So, but guys, in order for you to earn these trips and bonuses and promotions, you have to recruit. You got to recruit. There's no way around it. No way. No way around it. So something else, guys, I've got to say this. Once I figured that out, I started focusing on it. And one thing I've learned, guys, you get what you focus on. If you focus on recruiting, that's what you would get. You get what you focus on. I focus on that. And I focus on helping people. So if you focus on recruiting and you focus on helping people, you will get there. You will get there. And don't feel bad about what somebody else is not doing. We can't control that. You can only control what you do. You control what you do. You know, people join for various reasons. That's why I say you have to keep recruiting, because everybody's not joining for the same reason. You can't get upset with them for it, because some people join because they want the free and half off. Some people join because they just need a tax break. Some people join just to have people to hang out with. But you got to keep on and keep on and keep on asking people so you can find those people that want it just like you do. That's why you can't stop. You got to keep doing it. You keep doing it. I know it's a disappointment sometimes when you get people to join and you feel like you said a whole lot and it's falling on deaf ears. You feel that way, but it's okay. But you just can't stay there. You cannot stay there. You got to keep on moving, guys. You got to keep a good attitude about it. You got to keep moving. I know this. And I'm super busy. I work a full-time job, guys. I take care of my brother and my nephew, my mom. I am slam busy. But one thing about it, when you really want something, guys, you're going to find the time and you're going to find the way if you really, really want it. So I always say, revisit your why. So whatever your why is, why you join Scentsy, when you ever feel like you're sad and you don't want to keep going, go back to your why. Write your why down. So you can always revisit that why and know and share that why with other people when you're talking to them about joining. So everything I've shared with you guys, this is how I recruit. This is how I get people to join my team. I want them to know that you don't have to have a lot of money to start Scentsy. There are too many different things in place that Scentsy has to make it possible for people to join when they don't have to pay any money. Scentsy did that for us. We can do this and show people how they can do it. This is duplicatable, guys, very much so. I'll tell you guys, when I earned a trip for 6 people, it's because I worked so hard. Not to say that you guys are not working hard, but my focus was on what I needed to do. My focus, you got to be focus driven. You got to write it down. You got to go for it. I mean, I told my family, look, just like when I promoted Superstar Director, got my family involved. I said, look, guys, I am focused on promoting to Superstar Director. Now, there's certain things that need to not be done, because I know I'm not going to be doing a lot of stuff around the house because I know I need to do this. Same thing with this trip. I got my family. I said, look, my family in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I said, you guys want to go on this trip? You got to get to working. I made them work. I got my son, my daughter-in-law, even my grandbaby. All of them worked because we knew we all wanted to go on this trip. They all pitched in and we got it. So when you have something that you really want to do, bring your family into it. Encourage them to be a part of it. Don't leave them out. Bring them in. There's no way I could do what I do, guys, without my family. No way. No way. My brother helps me. As soon as orders come in, he labels them and put them together for me. My nephew, he helps in a lot of ways. When they worked events with me, they both came. My daughter works with me. She does. She worked with me also. So everybody's involved. You got to bring your folk involved. You got to bring them into your business. If you don't have kids, if you don't have a spouse, a significant other, get your family, extended family, get your friends involved in some kind of way to help you. You can't do it all by yourself, guys. Well, you can, but it's going to be a little harder. But bring people into your circle so that you'll have that support to help you get to where you need to be. Even on social media, get your friends to share your posts. That support is everything, guys. Everything. I just started thanking my friends on Facebook for placing orders. I used to not do that because I didn't think about doing it. I was so busy, but I'm doing things that I've never done before to have what I never had before, guys. So whatever you're looking to have, you just got to do something different. And all the things that I started out with this summer that worked, it may not be working now. So I got to do something different. Always know that whatever is not working, try something you've never tried before, guys. So anyway, I hope you guys having a great Sunday. I just wanted to share this with you because we are going to look forward to some awesome times in the future with getting people to join our team. Is like so fun. And once you guys start doing it, it's going to be so fun. It's nothing like bringing people into your business, guys. It's so incredible. Scentsy is an awesome opportunity, and you got to know and believe that you can totally be in whatever you want in this business. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.